take a look. This was how the latest work from sports cartoonist Drew Litton was portraying the Motown meltdown. Not only his drawing of a 25-point Broncos loss, but the loss of cool on the sidelines. That Drew would capture the moment with his pen and ink comes as no surprise to longtime Colorado sports fans who've enjoyed his work for many years now, and Drew is here with us today to talk about that. I always thought about drawing cartoons, artwork as time-consuming. You take a lot of time doing it, but you do it under deadline. Like you have to, a couple hours after a game's over, have it done. Absolutely.
The stuff I do for 9 News is, directly after the game. I used to have even worse, more intense deadlines when I was with the Rocky Mountain News.
Right.
Because I would do Avalanche playoff games that had to run the next day. So an Avalanche playoff game may be over at 10. My deadline was 11. So I developed this drawing style, that is quick and efficient and you get to the...
And funny.
Yeah, get to the meat of the whole thing in a quick way.
You and I were just talking, we've both been here a long time, about 40 years or so, and you go back to 1984, one of your classics, just to give people an idea. This, of course, the era when Rich Carlos and the Uprights kept meeting.
Absolutely. Rich is a good friend of mine and actually helped bring my wife and I together. It's a long story, but yeah, the Uprights where he hit, game was on the line. He goes out, he kicks the ball, he hits the left upright, no good. The Broncos lose. The very next week, same thing. He gets up, he's going to kick the ball, hits the right upright, and so this next day I did this this cartoon in the Rocky, and Rich has always said that I basically was inside his head. He said that's exactly the image he was seeing.
Hey, you're holding the calendar, and I want to let people know that you do this every year, but here's the 2024 one. And I wanted to ask you about, because this year we had the Nuggets.
Right.
And the championship run, and I think Nikola Jokic became one of your most favorite guys suddenly.
Absolutely. Who would have ever thought, Tom, we're sitting here all these years later, the Nuggets actually win the championship?
Yeah.
I didn't think that would ever happen.
And Rocky, you got a lot of Rocky in there, and of course Maxie there.
Yeah, doing Maxie and Rocky and just having a chance to do Nuggets cartoons was a lot of fun. We put, it's a pretty, there's a lot of Nuggets cartoons in the calendar, but there's a good cross-section of everything.
How do people get the calendar?
You go to drewsshop.com, that's DREWSSHOP.com, so there's 2 S's. You go to drewsshop.com and you can get them there for $18.99. And what we're going to do too is we're going to work on getting them all shipped out tomorrow.
Oh, good.
And yeah, Wednesday.
Get them out in time.
Yeah, we're going to get them out there.
Coach Prime also jumped into your ink well.
Oh yeah. We had Coach Prime kind of stealing the show basically. He kind of has all season long, right? I mean, it's been amazing.
Hand me the calendar. Show me what you brought here for us today.
I just I'm trying to be optimistic.
After a tough weekend?
After a very tough weekend for, Denver sports, but let's try to be optimistic. Let's go. You just got to be like Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. You got to bring in your inner Ted Lasso and believe that the Broncos still have a chance to make the playoffs, and they do with the schedule they have.
Sure. Well, so hopefully you're drawing happy cartoons the rest of the way for the Broncos. It's so good to see you again. I haven't seen you in person in a while, but I always love your work, and thank you for all the work you do for us here at 9 News, and people forever have enjoyed your work. Thanks.
Well, thank you, Tom. It's such a joy to be here, and such a joy to draw for 9 News and still be doing this.
All right. Thanks, Drew.